Welcome back to our fourth of 5 videos showcasing gear and mindset. This one will be, like I mentioned in the last one, this one will be on helmets, our helmet setups. They are somewhat different, but also very similar, just like everything else that we have. We'll touch on why go ahead and I'll kind of say why we have why we have helmets is because we want to be able to run night vision. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but just to clarify, that's the reason why we have. Logan has, a little more capability with his, but I started the chest rig, so why don't you start?
So we'll start with mine, just because Lane started with the chest rig. So I have a hard-headed veterans.
Let's say that again.
Hard-headed veterans ATE ballistic helmet. So the reason why I went with hard-headed veterans is because I don't have a lot of money. So I am poor. So
we're both poors.
Yeah. So I wanted to be able to run night vision, like Lane had said, and I also wanted to be able to stop bullets if something was to hit my head. So I believe Hard-Headed Veterans is a trustworthy company. They do source their materials overseas, but it is run by veterans, and they do all their testing in-house as far as ballistic testing. They are NIJ rated.
They aren't?
They are.
They are. Okay.
They are NIJ rated. So all the testing in-house is to spec. They've been tested, and they actually exceed some of the testing. They do better than, I know, the OpsCore Maritime. I know that is a little bit lighter helmet, because it's a Maritime. It's going to be lighter, but the back face deformation on these was a little bit better than the OpsCore Maritime, which is a $1,300,
$1,500.
It's pretty expensive, but this comes in right around $500 for a ballistic helmet. So this is going to stop up to a 44 Magnum,
just like the chest rigs that we're running with the soft 3A armor.
You can get up armor, but that another $300 and heavier. So starting out with the light, I just have a Princeton Tech MPLS2
or MPLS switch is what they're called.
Okay. So this has a red light and IR light.
You should be able to see both on camera. That's
so
red, obviously, yeah.
And
then just click it once, twice, and you can't point it right at the camera. You should be able to see. There, you can see a little. That's
the IR.
We both run the same one. The reason we do red and IR is because red does not mess up your natural night vision when you're seeing in the dark as much as white light does. And then IR is so that you can see in with night vision.
I don't have night vision yet, but I'm planning on getting it. That's why I have the same one as Landon. Planning, like we said in the previous videos, planning ahead. Buying the small things first and then working my way up. Have some gaffer's tape on the sides just in case I need tape. I do have a night vision lanyard that I made. Actually, I had my wife sew it together, but it's their patch that it came with. And then I ran a piece of nylon webbing through the patch. I took the patch apart and then ran this nylon webbing and made a loop. And then this is to bungee off to the night vision once I get it. We are both running knockoff Mohawks on the back to carry batteries, and then Landon, I believe, has something else in his, but I just have AA's and CR123s for flashlights and optics. Do have a chem light on the back. It is visible. Both want to move towards IR chem lights, but they are expensive.
It's good to have a visible, though, if you're to do something on a road, or practically, if you have this in your car or something, crack your vis light, and if you're on a road, it'd be a lot safer.
They do come with all the padding necessary to fit it to your head. I can't see there. So this is custom fit to our head. Another thing that I like about the hard-headed veterans, I'll go ahead and put it on, is the chin strap. So I'm going to put it under my beard. This is not how you usually run it, but it's a little more comfortable for me right now. It has a magnet, and all you have to do is pull on it. It's really comfortable helmet. It is a lot heavier than Landon's, just because it is bulletproof. But you know, get what you pay. Get what you. I mean, it's just
a different. It's different. You know, well, it depends on what you're going for.
Yeah.
Logan wanted to stop bullets. He didn't want to buy a night vision first. He bought the helmet first, and the helmet would do basically nothing for you if you didn't. So he wanted to go with ballistic.
Well, he didn't have enough money at the time to buy both.
I bought night vision first and didn't have the money left over to buy ballistic, so I bought a bump. I say they're useless other than night vision. I mean, granted, it's going to help protect you from bumps.
Like
if somebody were to hit you with a baseball bat or something, I guess it'd probably split this open, but probably wouldn't knock you out cold. So I'll run over mine, the way mine's set up.
Another thing I'd like to add before he gets started, we do plan on getting comms capable hearing protection at some point. We both have Howard Light hearing protection at this time. They are mountable to these helmets. It's just I personally don't trust them for what we'd be using them for as far as comms and stuff like that. They're good for planking and stuff, but
it's good to have something like a Peltor or MSA
Sordens.
or I mean, there's lots of different options. But these are both high cut, so that you can run comms and your ears are exposed. Yeah, that. Okay, so I'm also running a hard-headed Veterans. Mine is just the bump. I think it's the ATE bump or whatever they call it. I'll run from the front to back. I'm running a Nurtos Rhino 2 mount for my night vision. It's just a very cheap mount. I will eventually get a Wilcox G24. It's a force to overcome. Doesn't have a button or anything. We're both running, obviously, the hard-headed Veterans shroud to mount this. It's very solid. That's the reason you want the helmet, is so that you can mount night vision. You can get like nylon straps to like go around your chin and all around your head, and they call them skull crushers, and they call them that for a reason. They're very uncomfortable. These are custom fitted to our heads, so they are actually very comfortable compared to that. So that is why you would own a helmet. From there, I'm also running, like you said, MPLS switch. Same thing. Mine's just OD. I'm running the TRX Arms lanyard. It's wired up to here, and then I have the corresponding end in my night vision bag that I can attach to the actual nod. I just have two CR123s on the side there because batteries are cool. In the back, like Logan said, knockoff Mohawk. Double A's, CR123s, just like Logan said. And the only difference is in mine, I carry a camera lens cleaning pin because I've noticed that night vision gets smudged, and if it's smudged, it does affect your visibility. So it has a brush on one end and just like a felt pad on the other. I just thought that was handy to have. I have used it a lot while I'm actually running my night vision. So that's something that I had never heard anyone talk about, but I went ahead and did, and I figured to pass on that information. One thing that we haven't touched on in any of the other videos, on our kit, at least on our helmets, I don't know if you have any on your plate carrier. Mine has one here, and I think I might even have one on my belt. I'm not sure. I know I have one on my back. Is there one there? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. These little black patches, little black triangles and squares and stuff are infrared reflective. So if you hit these with an infrared light under night vision, they reflect bright white. They are not reflective under white light. They do not shine or reflect. They are only visible under infrared light, bright white anyway. I mean,
they're a little bit.
They are slightly reflective under white light, but they shine bright white. The reason you'd have those is so that you can ID your buddies from literally like 100, 200 yards away. They shine very bright. Under night vision, yes. I gave some to Logan because I wanted him to have them so I could ID him even though he doesn't have night vision yet. You want to be able to ID your buddies, and it's a good way to do that. I mean, obviously, like I said, you can get IR chem lights and stuff, but these don't run out of juice. I mean, they're good to go. So I have them on, you know, front, back, sides. Try to keep them on everything. There you go. Got one on your chest rig now. Boom. So as far as that goes, that's pretty much my setup. I would like to get some form of pouch to run right here that I can keep some other accessories in. Maybe more batteries, something to help counterweight a little bit more. I'm getting close to the amount of counterweight that I like, but I'm not quite there yet. I'll go ahead and put this on, show you the night vision. The way that it rock that, it helps to not have a beard, which I do not, so I can actually run this pretty comfortably. So you would take your Rhino mount. I have a PVS 14 on a, what are they called, J-arms? Whatever they're called. Bayonet mount, and basically you just clip it in like that, and then it has adjustments that you can, I'll do it this way, you can slide it back and forth, and also there's a camber adjustment that tilts it like that. It's to get as minute adjustment as possible so that you don't have to like strain your eyes like, you know, one way or another. You want to just be able to look straight forward.
Grantham and Wrangler Star and TRX Arms all have pretty good videos on night vision, and Wrangler Star has one on an actual PVS 14, which is pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure Warrior Poet has.
Warrior Poet has
decent.
really good.
He has a really good video on night vision. He actually talks with, I think, the guy from maybe TNVC.
Yes. Yeah, very smart guy.
Yeah, that knows a lot about night vision. So that'd be a very good video to watch if you're interested about night vision.
Like some of those videos actually do go over helmet selection as well.
Yeah, they do. And Grantham and TRX, or Grantham and Lucas, both have collaboration videos of their belts and their helmets. I don't know if they've done chest rigs yet, but I know they've done belts and helmets. I have to kind of speak with a slight lisp when I have a chin strap around my head. But they call this a rhino mount for a reason. It makes you look like, you know, you have a rhino horn. But this is a good way, a decent way to run night vision. Granted, a Wilcox would be better, but Wilcox, your mounting system would cost like $600. But it's actually like $7 or $8 by the time you get the appropriate J-arm to go with it. I mean, you can buy it used, which is what I would recommend. But so you can switch this between dominant and non-dominant eye by pivoting this side to side. Typically, you would run it non-dominant if you're running a gun. I had mine on dominant just because I was goofing around with it the other day. You know, going pee in the middle of the night and stuff, it's easier to use your dominant eye. But I won't go too much into night vision because it is kind of a niche subject, and there's plenty of information out there from people that are far more knowledgeable in that area. And we're already kind of running a little over our standard 12-minute time frame on this one. So that's our helmet setups. Like I said, the reason we own helmets is
mostly because of night vision.
Mostly because of night vision. It is nice to be able to stop bullets, like we said in the chest rig video, but it is primarily, your dome is important. But that's pretty much why we own night vision, and we'll see you in the last installment. It'll be on a specialty item. I won't ruin that, but you'll see. I don't know how far we're going to space these videos between each other, but you got to wait until that. So we'll see you then.